Week's been pretty good. Yeah, it was a pretty good week. On last week's episode, we spent quite a bit of time. People joked that we were becoming the anime slash Clemson
Yeah, that
basketball
was
podcast.
that was
And
funny,
then
yeah.
for anyone who doesn't know, who doesn't keep up with basketball, Clemson lost in a massive upset in the very first round of the NCAA tournament. And so
Sheesh.
naturally, because I had just talked about it on the podcast, I had quite a few little Twitter replies of so and so, like, someone check on Chip Ritchie, someone, I got a couple. It's really annoying because Clemson's not like a massive school. And so for a lot of people, I'm like the one Clemson guy that they know. And so anytime Clemson loses some big game, I get so many messages, so many tags of like, "Hey Chip, your boys lost this weekend. What happened?" I was like, "I don't know, bro. I just watched the game the same as you. Like, I'm not involved in it." But that was definitely a bit of a bummer. We lost to McNeese, which
Never even
honestly,
heard of what? What is it called?
McNeese.
Never even heard of that
I wouldn't
before.
have, but I think we played them in the tournament last year as well. So that was the only other time I had heard of them. So
Is your bracket already chalked, I assume then?
I did not make a bracket. I haven't
Oh,
done that
okay.
in a while.
I just kind of assumed.
I used to be
Um,
all about the bracket, but not in quite some time. It's too much effort, and it's something that you will just never get. It will never be right.
Someone gets it right.
No, no one gets it right. No one's ever made a perfect bracket.
Actually?
It's like statistically impossible.
That's just how many teams are there?
64.
Okay, that's actually surprising that no one's ever gotten a correct
No,
March.
no.
Really? I'm Googling this.
Dude, it's actually that's crazy that you've never known this. Yeah. So there was I actually watched a video
Wow, what the
about
heck?
this recently. Yeah, because the way most people like do their like people enter a pool with their bracket, right? And it's like you get points for certain correct guesses and stuff like that. And so sometimes people's brackets, die immediate. Like plenty of people's brackets got ruined as soon as McNeese beat Clemson because
Yeah.
Clemson was the 5 seed, McNeese is the 12 seed. Like
Good
not
thing you didn't do a bracket because you definitely would have put Clemson over.
Clemson would have been in the Final Four in my bracket for sure.
That's actually surprising though, because like a lot of time, like it not happening very often wouldn't surprise me, but 0 times is a little bit surprising. There's not that many teams. There is a lot of potential outcomes, obviously, but like it's how is someone not just RNG'd into a correct bracket a single time? That's
Well,
kind of
because
crazy.
there's like it's like a stupid amount of possible outcomes.
Yeah, of course, but how many people are making a bracket every year? A lot.
Yeah, and a lot of people make multiple brackets as well.
The thing is that people are probably trying too hard. They need to just like random number generator it, and that probably has a higher chance.
Well, yeah, sure. Someone could make a bot, write a script, fill out every single possible bracket outcome, and then someone would eventually get it right, I guess.
No, no, I'm
But
just saying like just do one bracket, but like do it random. I guess like the one thing, the stat I did hear
it's
actually
so funny
recently,
to hear you, dude. It is not like it's so funny
stat.
whenever it's just someone who doesn't know anything about something comes in and just assumes that
That's just
it's
so
everyone
surprising.
else who's been doing it forever, like, they've got to be doing it wrong. There's just no way
No,
that
no, no. I'm just
someone
saying
couldn't
like
do it.
the my thought process is that people are trying too hard. They're trying to too much to predict. The better team should beat the worst team. Just random number generator. But one stat I did hear recently is that I think this is correct that the tournament has never been won by a seed lower than the seventh seed. Um, in
Yeah.
March Madness. So there's like something to work with there historically. So the top 7 seed has to win, but besides that, can only
Yeah,
win.
I mean, I think, like, a 16 seed has only beaten a 1 seed, like, 2 times or something like that.
See, then how is someone not predicted the right bracket? That seems kind of crazy. If those numbers are exist, that is just that's kind of wild to me. I don't know. I mean, maybe it makes sense.
Yeah, 2 16 seeds, and they were both recently. One was in 2018, one was in 2013.
Hmm. All right.
And then even, like, a 15 beating a 2 is, like, so unlikely.
The more I know, I guess. Yeah, I just kind of
11.
assumed.
Yeah.
There's no. Did you say there's no perfect bracket this year either?
No, people's brackets,
Are you done?
it's there's it's go look at, like, well, they probably tweet too much now, but, like, if I see them on my timeline every once in a while, like, Sports Center will tweet, like, 12 perfect brackets remain out of, like, however many million were created, like,
Yeah.
it's pretty wild, dude. Yeah, the bracketology stuff is, that's
Bracketology.
what it's called, man. It's a
That
real
really was called?
thing. Yeah, yeah,
Sheesh.
bracketology, and it's, Yeah, there's a lot of interesting things around it as well. That I watched a short recently about this guy who um, made a bracket that got like the first 48 games correct or something like that. This was years ago. And he filled out like a thing for his work pool, and like people from ESPN or CBS or something were trying to get a hold of him. And like they flew him and his son out to the games for the Sweet 16 and Elite Eight because no one had ever gotten a bracket that predicted this many games correctly. And then he missed like over half of his Sweet 16 round
Mm,
games.
absolutely farmed.
He got close though. I mean, that's
Yeah.
as close as anyone's gotten. But I think like at the end of it, it was like not even none of his teams that he had picked to make the championship made the championship. So when it was all said and done, his bracket wasn't even actually that good
Yeah.
because it was like an average bracket or something like that because like
Mhm.
points are scored based on how deep people go and stuff, similar to like, when people do like Pokemon drafts and stuff, right?
Yeah. Just a really hot start, but couldn't close. Couldn't close.
Fizzled for sure.